Hey guys, welcome back to Untold, and we're continuing our segment today with Black History Month, so make sure you subscribe and keep watching. Today we actually have a different perspective, so obviously previously you would have heard us talking about what Black History Month means to us, but we want to make sure that our channel is all about getting other perspectives and different voices. So today we have a special guest on from a little bit of an older perspective than ourselves, that can shine a different light on things, and we're really looking forward to speaking to her. So today we have Aunty Binty talking to us from her perspective. So first of all, we'd like to start with what does Black History Month mean to you?
Wow. I was born in 1971 in London. When I was growing up and I was going to school here, there wasn't anything like Black History Month. As a matter of fact, when I was growing up in England in that time, between 71 and 80, when I left the country, it was Spot the Blackie, literally. And what I can remember was walking the streets and watching my mum and wondering why my mum was hailing all these Black people. I was like, wow, she knows a lot of Black people. I came back to England in the 90s, and I think that's when the whole Black History Month thing then started. In drips and drabs, but mainly contained within the Black communities. It really hadn't spread out that much. They took their cue in this country from America.
Right.
So what it means to me, this was me at work. Anytime Black History Month came, and I was always invariably, most places where I worked, I always ended up being the only Black person there. So I always tick their diversity boxes just by my mere presence. Dance, Black History Month. Yes, it's Black History Month, and everybody will look at me and I'll be looking down at the paper and they'll be like, Binty, and I'm like, what? It's Black History Month, so what are we doing? I'm like, I don't know, what do you want to do? As far as I'm concerned, Black History Month is to remind them that we're here.
Yeah. Interesting perspective.
It's to remind them that we're here and we have always been here. Always. Yeah. So for me, Black History Month is more for white people to go and find out.
Okay.
Yeah. We as Black people or Asians or Bami, is that what they call us? Bami?
Babe.
Bammies. What you say?
Well, BAME people, we've always lived in our skins. We've lived our realities. We know what our realities and our experiences are. If you are curious enough to know and step out of your ignorance box, then go and find out. Yeah. So Black History Month for me is more about them finding out about us, finding out about our histories, how our histories and their histories have intersected or connected in some way, finding out about, God forbid, how we feel on living in their midst and under their system. Yeah. So for me, Black History Month isn't because the way Black History Month is now is I switch off from it because it's more like us trying to justify our existence.
Interesting. So you don't feel like it's a month where you can celebrate your existence? You feel like
I celebrate my existence, and you know me, I'm your auntie. When have I celebrated my Black?
It should be every day.
I'll rub it all in your face just because. So I've always celebrated my Blackness.
Yeah.
For those who feel that they need a month to celebrate their Blackness, then I will have to ask you a question.
was that
true,
question?
though. Why? Why 1 month?
Yeah. Why do you need to celebrate yourself just 1 month a year? It's 300. You're black 365 days, 24/7. That's not going to change.
Yeah.
So own it, step into it, and rub it in their faces.
Yeah. I hear that.
So I guess the next question is, do you think the Black History Month is enough currently?
No. If it just we live in a white society. We're all in agreement about that.
Yeah.
Everything is geared, and policies is geared towards that white society. Yet that very same white society has Asians, it's got Africans, it's got Caribbeans, it's got Latinos, it's got a whole plethora of people here. Yeah? Why does it take 1 month for you to know how come those people were here? What were your white selves doing when we came here? How did we get to be here? So that should be a conversation that needs to be had every day.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, as long as you contain Black History Month to just 1 month, then we're not having the conversations of why are they Caribbeans here, or why are they Africans here, or how comes Asians are here. We're not having that conversation.
Yeah.
Those conversations need to be in the mainstream media. They need to be in schools.
Lamestream.
I
thought that was like a mistake, but I realised.
She said lamestream.
She meant it.
I have a bit of a, I guess not a controversial question, because I think all of us have had at one point, or we've experienced someone saying something along these lines. But obviously, your opinion is like, we're living in a white society. People need to learn about education and stuff like that. What would you say to someone who says, if you're not happy with how history is taught at the moment, why don't you go back to your own country?
There's no return on stolen and conquered goods. Go into a shop.
Jesus.
She's amazing. It's true.
Go into a shop. Go and shoplift. Walk to your house. Sit down. Look at the goods on the table and say, nah, man, that don't feel good to me. I'm going to take it back to the shop. How is that going to pan out?
You can't.
It's true.
And that's why we're not going home.
How is that going to pan out? How is it going to pan out? Tell me.
You're
doesn't
going to
work.
get arrested.
Yeah.
You're going to get prosecuted. So when you steal something, either you sit with it or you give it away, but you can't give us away. We're here. Yeah? If your ancestors had stuck your ass at home and hadn't decided to go and discover, we wouldn't be here. So that's where the conversation needs to start.
Yeah.
Right? Why are these people here? These people that we so object to, why are they here? That will take meaning that Muzungus have to go and dig up their ancestors' shit, innit?
Yeah.
And that is something that they don't want to do. And I tell you why. Because when you find out, if you were to find out that one of your ancestors was just not a good one, ooh, I'm walking around with this person's DNA and blood inside of me, it's going to elicit one or two things: guilt and shame. White people can't deal with either. That's hence the deflection. Because if you acknowledge something and that something is wrong, it means you have to act on it.
Yeah.
And I think white people, whether in this country or what it is you're seeing in America now, they are realizing and waking up to the fact that they have to deal with their own insanity. Because to me, racism is insanity. You're arguing with my biology.
Yeah.
Yeah, go and take that up with your invisible white sky daddy. Nothing to do with me. I am here as a black entity. My biology and my chemistry dictate that I am going to be black.
Yeah.
You take umbrage against me because of the color of my skin. That is that same. It's like saying, I don't like dogs. Why don't you like dogs? Because they bark. excuse me, a dog is gonna bark. That's what dogs do. Yeah. So if they were to be a conversation in school about why BAME people are here, children, they're gonna start asking questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to be horrified as well.
They're gonna be so upset.
And
Kids
they
are so
don't
pure.
always do that.
Yeah.
But it gets easier. Take Germany as an example. Germans teach about their Nazi past
They do. Yeah.
in school. So why can't the colonizers teach about their colonizing past? If it's something you will hear people like Piers Morgan spout that, we're proud of all Britannia has achieved. Really? Are you? If you are, then teach it at school.
Yeah.
Teach the whole truth and nothing about the truth. Teach about the fact that your country went and colonized other countries. They subjugated them to the most horrible treatment. They raped and pillaged. And please speak the truth about why you were there, for the resources that are under our feet, right? And for us as well. Because I think when in part of the conversation, I'm coming from the perspective of an immigrant whose family were colonized. So it's kind of different from the Caribbean perspective where there was enslavement. But guess what, folks? Slavery and colonization, one and two of the same thing. They stole people and enslaved them. Then they went on the continent and enslaved people also.
Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't sitting down drinking tea with the Queen.
So true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the conversation, this Black History Month, and is Malcolm X the only person? Martin Luther King, rather, because that's their favorite go-to person.
Oh yeah, that's the golden boy.
But they cherry pick what it is when they want to quote him.
We said this.
Yeah.
We definitely agree.
100%.
Yeah, cherry picked. They won't touch Malcolm X.
No,
Yeah.
God forbid. He's too radical.
He was uncompromising.
He said fight them all.
We know why people back to front, because we've had to. Yeah, we've had to. Do they know us?
No. And that's why they fear us. Because they don't know us.
They know us, but they don't know us. So for me, Black History Month is about them getting to know us, not just what they've chosen to know about them. Because a lot of the stereotypes that they have of us as Black people is to make themselves feel comfortable.
Yeah. I definitely agree. I think because they don't know us, they think we're aggressive, angry, violent, and all of this. And I think that's a great way to...
That's projection. You said angry, violent. What else did you say?
Aggressive.
Aggressive. Okay.
Because that's the best way for them to see us to justify what they want to do.
I'll ask you a question. What was colonialism and slavery?
All of the three things I mentioned.
What was the other one?
Angry.
What is it when a white person comes and confronts you about the color of your skin or the way you talk about it? That's violent, angry, aggressive. So for me, it's a projection.
Yeah,
You're
for sure.
projecting onto me what it is you are doing and what it is you are about. Because I have never, ever in my born days, I'm nearly 50 next year, I have never sat down or felt the need to walk up to a white person and goes, oh, you bloody Aunty. Look how pale you are. Oh, you look nasty. Oh, you stink. Never. Yet I've had the experience of be sitting there minding my business, feeding myself in my bubble, and I'll get some ignoramus come up to me. Oh, why don't you go back to them and your monkey? And we've never. So for me, that's a projection.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's not based on reality. A lot of racism and a lot of this otherism that goes on. It's about pushing their own bad feelings onto the other.
Yeah.
And this is why I've always said, and I've always said it to my niece, racism is nothing to do with me. I'm not walking around with the crazy. I'm fine. You're the one with the problem. So Black History Month is about them getting to know the other and really getting to know the other and asking the hard questions of themselves, not us, themselves.
Yeah. Can I ask a question? Have you seen any like change in your time, would you say? Do you think things have gotten better, or do you think it's just disguised nowadays?
I can answer the question in one or two ways.
You know that deep
Sigh.
have you seen that meme that's like deep Negro sigh?
That's so funny.
First of all, is getting there. We're not there yet.
Yeah.
We need for the perpetrators to start doing their work. Yeah, those who are accomplices, I use the term accomplices as opposed to allies. Yeah, and I will tell you what the difference. An ally will come to you and agree with you, and the moment you say something that they don't agree with, then you're no longer allies. Yeah, an ally would center themselves around something. Yeah, okay, I agree with this, I agree with it. An accomplice, whether or not they agree with you or not, as long as it's your wants and desire, they're down with that. Yeah. So I need the white accomplices to do their jobs, but don't talk to us, because they always seem, and this is and no, we haven't gone any further. We have not gone any further. It's the same shit masked with just better legislative acts and whatever.
It's true.
Yeah, you cannot legislate someone's mentality.
No, you can't.
So true.
You can have legislations from here to Timbuktu. If that's that person's mentality, that's not going to change a thing. And I would say we have not gone any further because globally, I say again, globally, Black people, we're at the bottom of the pyramid. We are disliked everywhere.
Yeah.
You look at Australia. You look at Papua New Guinea, what's happening there, where the Indonesians are oppressing them by proxy for Australia and Canada. You look what's happening to the Black Islands that are going on in the Pacific. No, we haven't. Where things, I would say, have improved, though, the younger generation of white people, they're getting it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're wanting to know us better. Yeah. And they are starting now to call out their grandparents or their parents, or starting to move away from that. But have things changed? No. Until the last racist person dies, then no, it's not going to change. It isn't. The other thing is, you cannot have equity. Note, I didn't say equality. You cannot have equity in a system that wasn't built for you.
Yeah. 100%.
You can't. Because you're using the same tools. Yeah. So I always laugh at people when they say, "So you need to change the system from inside." No. The whole system needs to be broken down and dug up from the foundation. New foundations need to be put in place. I've already said before in the first half of this, we ain't going anywhere. There's no return on stolen goods. Yeah. So for us to change something means that we need to change up the whole system. Yeah. And something new needs to be put in place that is inclusive of all the people who you went and disturbed back in the day. Because we ain't going anywhere. We're not. Some of us, they show you Ike-Tetef Road in Nigeria. You won't even know where that is.
Yeah.
Some of the, God forbid today that the British government just get it in their heads and say all children of immigrants need to get the hell out. Where are you going? Would you know Zimbabwe? Would you know Nigeria, Nieema? Would you?
No.
Would you even know where to start?
No, I wouldn't.
Would you know Nepal?
Yeah, Shreya actually came over here when she was 11, so she's a bit more of that. But yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in Sierra Leone for 11 years. I wouldn't know where to start.
Yeah.
I'm going out of Nigeria and I find it frustrating because the things aren't the way it is here.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? I think for Black people it's more about focusing and bigging up yourself every day as a Black person. Because first of all, if you imagine the shit that people who have come before us have had to go through, is enough to just celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself, period. You don't need a month to do that. It should be every day.
I agree.
Yeah.
And then if this came over, we're gonna ask the last question. So what do you think, like moving forward, what would you like, or what do you hope Black history will evolve to in terms of education in the UK, or Black History Month? Like, what does that look like in the future in the UK?
I'm hoping that in the future there won't have to be a Black History Month.
Yeah.
It's always, for me, been a thing of, and my niece will tell you I'm Miss Millie, I'm militant. In that it's Black History Month was always seen to me that we're begging friend. Oh, look at us, we're actually quite harmless. And we've done this, we've done some wonderful things. The main question is, for those Black people who need Black History Month, yeah, then fine. Find out for yourself, to empower yourself. But for me, it's enough for me just being Black 365 days of the year and just being uncompromising and unforgivable about it.
Yeah, I think that's my new favorite word.
That I'm Black and I'm here, and what?
Yeah.
But not only with the Blackitude, but coming with with what it is that we can do, because we're some talented people.
Yeah.
We're some talented. Black excellence is everywhere. But the mainstream media won't tell you about that because they have an agenda to push. The media is part of this.
Of course.
Big part of it.
Look at Daily Mail.
You mean the Daily Fail?
Stop it.
They're a big part of it. The language that is used to describe us in the media is totally different. But they have the right to that. Why? You ask me, because they own all that shit. We cannot complain. And again, I don't blame white people for the position that we're in. I really, really don't. Yeah, instead of begging friend, we need to start treating each other better. Let's start with that premise first. Caribbeans need to stop dissing Africans, and Africans need to stop dissing Caribbeans.
I feel like, though, really quickly, I do feel like, although it has low-key happened in our lives, I feel like our generation...
I think that's pretty much ended.
Yeah, I think our generation have ended it a little bit. Like, I mean, for the most part, I think I defo experienced it in secondary school.
Secondary school. 100%.
I definitely experienced it, but I feel like maybe in like the last 5-6 years, I've seen a shift in people's mentality.
Because Afrobeats blew.
Caribbeans want to listen to Afrobeats.
And we're like, this is like soca. We're down for it.
Pardon?
I went to a primary school in England here.
Mm-hmm.
I was the only African child out of the 5 black kids in school. A true story. All the rest of the 4 were Caribbeans. I got more shit from them than I did from the white kids.
Mm-hmm.
I was Sambo. Because I made the mistake in the social, I had identified where I came from. It's a social studies class, and there was a map of the world. So during this time now, a lot of immigrants had started coming in. So the teacher, who was Asian, Mr. Ahmed, hi, Mr. Ahmed, said, put a pin of where it is you come from. Some of us come from different parts. So I put a pin on where I came from. Oh my God. The Caribbean kids called me everything under the sun except a child of God. 1977. For 2 years, I was bullied by Caribbean kids. And this was until the weekend of Roots.
A movie that changed everyone's life.
Oh my gosh.
In the morning after the weekend, after the Sunday, because it came on 2 parts, Saturday and Sunday they showed it. I sat down in the playground and I saw the 4 of them coming towards me, and I'm thinking to myself, for fuck's sake. No, they sat either side of me, and the girl who was my main tormentor touched my face and said, "You are original." Now, mind you, when I was going to go report to my mum that I was being bullied and being bullied by Caribbean kids, you know what my mum told me to go and tell? My African mother told me to go and tell them they're slave babies. Tell them they're slave babies. Yes.
Wow.
She did. But in my 6-year-old self, something said to me, "This is not a nice thing to say." Watched Roots or being cognizant of what slavery until that weekend when I watched Roots, and I was like, rare. But I didn't just get angry for the Caribbeans, I got angry for myself because I was aware that those people, one of them could be my uncle or auntie. We would be interacting with each other with Caribbeans, and we could be actually interacting with bloody relatives.
So
Yeah.
true.
So I would say, rather than Black History, we have a Black Love Month where we come together and we have conversations with each other. Leave the Black History Month to the Muzungus. It's for them. It's for them to get to know us. Yeah, we already know everything that we need to know about them. Yeah, whether through experience or through the education that they give us. We know. Let's get to know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a Black Love Month. Let's make October Black Lovolution Month.
I love
Great
that.
month as
Yeah.
well.
It's a great month. It's her birthday, if you didn't know.
Of course she
In
knows.
October. Now speak to the viewers.
Oh, right. So I was just saying October's a great month. Pardon?
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it's more about us as Black people loving each other. Let Black History Month be where we come together and we celebrate each other. We celebrate the fact that we came through a Holocaust on both sides, whether you're the Caribbean or whether you're from the continent of Africa. Yeah. We survived the Holocaust, guys. We survived. And we're here in their country. loud and proud, and there's not a fucking thing they can do about it because you can't return stolen goods.
No. Especially when those stolen goods have a British passport.
Sorry?
Especially when those stolen goods have a British passport.
Thank you.
That's so funny.
That's giving us a mandate. So let's use that mandate and break down their systems and build one that is more equitable. Mm-hmm. Going in and going and join the system, you're just perpetrating more of the same shit.
So true.
Your voice is not in there. It's not meant to include you. Are you going to be part of the cog of the wheel that is contributing to your oppression and your suppression, or are you going to be the Luddite and take the cogs out the wheel and rearrange it?
That one.
The latter.
That one.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. So no, Black History Month, it's never really, I don't follow it. I don't even watch television, so I can't really say that I've seen that program and that program. It's for white people to know that these people are in your midst. This is what they're about. Yeah? But I bet you anything, I would like to see them do a survey of the amount of Muzungus that watch Black history. Yeah? That don't have anything to really do. I'm not talking about the Muzungus who are married to Black people and have to because they've got kids. The ones that are really, I want them to do a survey of the ones that don't have no Black friends or think they have Black friends. Because for me, if a white person says to me, oh, I've got Black friends. Okay, are they your friends? Because if they haven't spoken about racism to you, then you're not their friend.
Yeah.
It's so true.
You may think that they're your friends, but you're definitely, listen, if I have I've got 2 Muzungu friends, two of them, 2 only. And they are my friends because I can cuss out Muzungus in front of them and vent my frustration at their system, and they will sit there and take it.
Yeah.
And if you're a Muzungu friend who is not like them, then I'm sorry, I'm begging, don't open your mouth and tell me, oh, I've got Black friends. No, you haven't. You really haven't.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you.
That was amazing.
I think this should be titled "We Can't Return Stolen Goods." So I think this
that
should
should
be
be
the
the
title.
title, and then the second part of Black History.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
We'll definitely be getting in contact with you again.
Yeah, I was going to say you need to come back.
For a different topic. I think we wanted to talk about African parenting at one point.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Listen, I've got views on. Please call it decolonized parenting.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
I love it. We'll arrange it with you. We'll figure out the dates and we'll.
And I'm going to send you some literature around that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yes, please. We want to be
Amazing.
educated before we talk to you.
Yeah.
We actually have to be.
I learned 5 new words today.
Daily felt.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
for coming.
See ya.
Bye.
So that was our episode with Aunty Binty, talking all about what Black History Month means to her. I think it's really cool that we were able to get somebody on who was born and in the UK in the 1970s and is able to speak about her Black experience from a different perspective. And so we're always looking for other people's perspectives, other people's stories, other people's voices. So if you do have anything that you'd like to add, comment, share, please get in touch with us. Please comment on the videos. We're always looking to hear more. But until then, obviously make sure you're subscribing, liking, commenting.